Hey everyone, it's Andy's free guitar chart videos here. Welcome my YouTube subscribers, Facebook group friends. We're gonna do a lesson this morning. Not sure how far we're gonna get. We've got a really good chart here. We've got the unwarped Mr. Scotty here. Sorry Captain, we can't warp at this time. And we have a new diagram here. It's taken from an older arpeggio diagram with the new notes filled in, the string shapes. We don't have string shapes on the last fret because that would be, getting into, that would confuse the string shapes that are currently in the C box there. So what we have is, on the top here, we have C, A, G, E, D, and C again, so that we can see the relationship between E and C here, and that's important, rather than just have E on the end or D on the end here. So we got no ambiguity. So we got both the first and the last post in the fence there to hold the fence together. So what I got here is, if we remember from yesterday's lesson, we mostly had this going on, okay, where we're going around the cage circle. So if we were in the C cage, we're going to start on the C string shape, and we'll go C, G, D, A, E. If we're in the A cage, okay, so here's the C string cage. If we're in the, the C string shape rather, we've got a C string shape, G string shape, D string shape, A string shape, and E string shape. And what other string shape is there? None. Except for the long patterns, none. That's it. Just 5 string shapes, and they spell cage. C, A, G, E, D. So I have a little part of this diagram here that'll show us where that really happens. So if we have the tripentatonic CEG cage, and I know from watching a video yesterday that playing can be good and it can be distracting, because like every time some of the really great players like Steve Stein play, I like his playing, even though his guitar sounds like it's garage. It's just great. The way he just plays it, but it can be a distraction to the theory, for me at least. I'm trying to squeeze this lesson into my Friday today. I hope you're all doing great. It's Friday, and Thanksgiving's around the corner, so we've got things to be grateful for, huh? The C tripentatonic box is C-shaped C, E-shaped F, and G-shaped G, and the string shape is the bottom and the top string. 3, 4, 5, key of C. 3, 4, 5, key of C, just a little. Okay. Thank you. I've got a lot of stuff on my piano that's pressing buttons. Alright, a little louder. Low E. That's it. That's the C string shape. The G string shape right here. C is in the G tripentatonic box. G cross C cross D. Now there's no sharing between C and G. The fifth of C is G, so we're up here. Here's the C box. Here's the G box. The G box actually includes, the tripentatonic includes this B, which is the 7th of C. When we go to the right there, that's 7 right there in the G box. So this is all the G box right here. It's all the G box right there. Alright, so it's 6, 7 root, top and bottom string are the string shapes for the G box. Okay, so it'll go 6, 7 root. So we go from C down here, 3, 4, 5, to 6, 7 root. Hey, put them together. So we know that the G string shape is going to go on top of the C string shape. So here it is, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root. And G is the fifth of C. So that's what the string shapes are. Similar for D, similar for A, it's just 5, 6 now. E is 7 root 2, that's a tough one. Back to C over here, and then we're going to navigate back to where we were talking about over here with the C circles here. We're going in circles. So we've got, yeah, it's got a little squished because it's so small I couldn't see the actual, this is the circle. I know it kind of looks like a small egg. So we've got C, G, D, A, E. When we go up the strings like that, C, G, D, A, E, and then back to C again. When we go to the A box, the A tripentatonic, okay, that's C-shaped A, and then D-shaped F, and then E-shaped G. I'm doing them in the key of C, obviously, because I'm naming the chords. When we do that, we want to do the diatonic scale. Going up, we start with the A string shape. We go to the E string shape, 7 root 2, so it's 5, 6, 7 root 2. To the C string shape, 3, 4, 5. To the G string shape, 6, 7 root. Now D has to be moved up 1 fret for the warp. Sorry, Mr. Scott, thank you. Thank you for your hard work. And Mr. Scott makes things warp. And then we're back to A. Okay, so let's think a second. So here's Mr. Scott. The diagrams that are the pattern diagrams, and Mr. Scott says, sorry, Captain, we've got no power to warp for a time, sir. Unwarped perfect fourths guitar fretboard. This is perfect fourths. This is perfect fourths. Okay? This diagram, incidentally, from yesterday, I realized when we say that the Lydian is going to be the fourth, we mean a diatonic scale starting from the fourth. Okay? Because sometimes there can be a little controversy, you know, how I were going to do the pentatonic. And certainly a triad Lydian. If you had a triad off the fourth, it'll go. Okay, that that could be that's not a Lydian because it could be a major. See, just starting from the fourth. But if you go and certainly you could go like this, that would be an Ionian because it hits the B flat. So the Lydian 4 is following the root diatonic scale from the fourth. So this is valid only if you follow the root diatonic scale. Of course, Ionian follows the root diatonic scale. Okay, Aeolian 6. So that's important to remember, but don't look at it as something that's a limitation. Look at it as the positive side of it. When we're playing in the root mode, we can play the diatonic anywhere. As a matter of fact, the Aeolian, which is like the A minor pentatonic they talk about, if we play the pentatonic from there, that gives us our Aeolian starting from the 6 right here. Or like that. So that's the beauty of working with the root and its 6th. Okay, without those substitutions for the 4th and the 5th that give us the 2nd and the 3rd minor.